Sana Adonai Sani Mudhalai Gudan Hagunara Sudhalai Gudan Hana Amen Amen Amen. I said to you, truly I tell you, I am you called Satan's aunt. Well, this is passing of the names. The one you called Satan's is names Atan. You know Atan. The child is a very good child. Good in and good in I would just say good in because he is a paint paint it's like this. When I said that where my father placed me, it's also a symbol of Jeremiel. Symbol of Jeremiel, meaning he was the first to kneel. He was the first to kneel because in the beginning, he was the first. I was the only female. So they were the first. They were fighting and fighting and fighting. They were the first to kneel. Why women? Because I was their ate, meaning I was their older sister. I was their older sister until one day, what you called STEN, because S means silly little thing, He is very, he's not what you call PROUD, because in his heart, before, he was, but since he get to know me, he was, he likes to be comforted. Sometimes, one time in heaven before, when he was being reprimanded, he hold it into his chest. He hold it into his chest and did not show anyone that he was crying. They knew that it's me, the one you call Jesus the Christ, Jesus Church, Jesus Christ, because we were Christ women. Meaning women, we are the endures. So when he was reprimanded as a man, no one wants, because even I no wants, I don't want anyone to tell me anything in the middle of the street. In the middle of the street, it's just the RUDE. I leave you behind if you would make noises in the middle. I don't like noises, women. I don't like noises. I am Habakkuk 2:20. Habakkuk 2:20. I don't know what you say that. Habakkuk. Wala sa no na. I am Habakkuk 2:20. I don't like noises. So when he was reprimanded, the kings are just bullies, women. They are like this, and their comforter. So he hold it into his chest, and then one day he comes and he didn't say anything. He just sits, and then I could feel his chest, his chest. So I hold him and just on my side, and then I said, don't let anyone, don't let anyone. No one, because he was bullied that he wasn't, everyone, the Christ is Son of Man. Why? We have work, we have endure to be far from heavens. We have endured to be far from heaven. So he don't like to say me to say this, but I gotta tell, I gotta tell because I am glorifying to cleaning their souls, you know, cleaning their souls into the childs that they become, because those times they were childs that you have make it them. As a child, they are blameless. Because children, you can see, you can act what they see in you, what the trans the translation into your word. But that I will take that away because I don't want it. I want them to, because what I speak women is written in my book, so I have to rebuke. I rewrite this back in spirit, in spirit, because right now my other selves is in Fort Knox, in my bullion, and So we're doing something right now, which is they're there, while I'm doing this, and my other souls is with Gab. So I hold him and says to him, Father, if your father don't love you, he won't tell you to do that, to do whatever he wants to tell you, he wants you to do. So he was just crying and crying and crying, that was the time in heaven, Father saw me comforting him. And since he's been following, Why women? Because these are, these are. When I say these are women, it means they are cut in half too, just like I. For us not to get touched to the enmities of the earths. We're like BMPIR, those times. And women, the Rakil, you understand that all these names are minds given to you because this is the truth how I sterilize everything. When I say sterilize, I make sure that it's cleanliness. I don't have to cleanse them because it's just like they've been hiding and hiding and hiding. It's like you've been spitting their names. It's like this. What comes out into your mouth is a phlegm, which is ticks, ticks, and ticks, and ticks. That is what the cover, inside of the seeds, they better keep inside the shell rather than to get out and they can go anywhere. It's a symbol of ice. Ice women, which is spiritually, he is too half cut. Why women? Because one is for her sister. When I was Kadesh, for me not to get touched the enmities of the earths. Because we don't come here just like you don't plan into anything, you don't say anything, you don't just carry what the spirits that you can see tells you to do. Like if I am inside of the current seed or whatever, let's just say the current seed because that's a very thick one, or inside of avocado seed. It's bigger. I prefer to stay there and command you to do whatever I want you to do. And I can tell you, because I too is Eloar, you can be Eloar. Why? I'm spirit. In the world, you called us these names. And we can tell you, oh, do this for me, tell the world that I am. Then you obey. Why? Because you can't see. You become blinded to the name LORD. You know? Human, you just make yourselves, I don't know. If I open my mouth, you knew already what I would say. You know? He is a very, as a child, in the beginning, we like to play, women. Even at the time of my Jesus, you called Jesus, I was a baby. You know? Spiritually. This is why we are blameless. But you in the world are ought to be, perish. You got to perish and hide in the hade where I'm going to pick you. In the hellfires. You know, women? Things you knew not, things you know. But there's always certain things that I know. You are not what you think you are. You know? You claims to be Messiah when you knew not what's inside of the Messiah. It's like telling the world that there is gold inside of the egg when there is no egg, but there's only gold. You get it? You can understand this, women. Meaning, women, inside of the eggs, we are golds. Inside of the golds, we are fireflies. You get this? A very, very small fairies that goes here and there wherever the wind blows. You know? Until we gain to be and unhold into things that we oath. Because we knew that many will claim that they would love me, but only a mouth they can utter through their words, but cannot and will not feels me. A reason why we extracted so that what happens in heaven before will not and shall not happen again in this end, because He will just shove it right away into your schools. I'm not talking about my angels. You know? I'm talking about humanoids who keep telling me their love for me, but I am not in their hearts. You know? So, women, Satan is a child and he is unblamed. You just make him. You know? You just make him, women. Because he, in the beginning, was my spirit. Your belly is a lie. Just like the end of our names. Jeremiel. Re, and Imiel. That connection also to all the, prophet, all that throughout the time, because every names is after. No one would kneel the mighty, because I am their maker. You know what? I am their maker. You get this, women? When I say I am their maker, women, meaning that too is a symbol of I am their bloods, meaning I am. And when I say I am, all that already Jonathan. Inside of the ribs, in the cage, was my bloods and them. I am thy makers. A symbol of the 12 wild swans when I was making shirts for the earths. Shirts for the earths, meaning that symbol also of a half-body woman that came down to earth. to be called Messiah. You know? A bird with a tail. We got it, women? A bird with a tail, because they just make, it was funny, women, what they did to me. I can still remember it. You know? That was also the time when I scattered my sipaneas. My sipaneas, women, is the aces as an eye-opening to all the earths. You know? Remember, there would be no woman would kneel before men. You understand that, women? There would be no women would kneel before men. Get that? I'll tell you that in the next record.